Yeah, first, Piers, let me apologize to you and your audience for my choice language there. I'm happy to come on your show.
We're called Uncensored, there's no problem.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm happy to come on your show and debate any leftist or any of these people anytime. I will never come on with this child again. This is utterly fruitless and pointless.
Just cry
put
more,
that
man.
aside.
Just cry
Dude,
more.
grow up. Okay.
You're a grown
as for
man.
Melania,
Just cry
yeah,
more, buddy.
I think
Thank you
she was
for saying
actually.
that, Dave. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Currency is volatile,
welcome
but
to
this
cryptocurrency, you moron.
Oh, Ben, this is so shame. This is so shameful.
All right,
Ben. You can't just say like them having
that's
this.
It. We try to end on a moment of agreement about Melania.
You'll never get
Trump
this from the Trump derangement people. Piers,
looking
never.
great and behaving
You'll
classily.
just get scams and Bibles and cryptocurrency and trading cards.
Okay,
that's right.
Here's what I know: Donald Trump is your president right now. So welcome to 4 years.
All right, guys, welcome to the channel, America's Reality 360. We got a good one here. So now, look, I'm no Dave Rubin stan, okay? This is Dave Rubin, if you're unaware. I'm no cheerleader for Dave Rubin. But the way he's about to eviscerate Harry Sissy here, this kid, Harry Sisson, it's hilarious. It's definitely worth watching, and it deserves credit. It deserves to be seen. So that's why I'm showing it. Definitely stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And here's your fair warning. This is not going to be censored. It's on Piers Morgan Uncensored. And I also don't believe in censorship, so I won't be censoring any of it. If you have any small children, you might want to get them out of the room because Dave Rubin is about to go off.
But it was important to acknowledge these guys have messed up an awful lot, and their day is over. A new day is here, and Donald Trump is going to be a president for the people. And I also agree with what you said about his newfound, if you want to call it faith, that's just fine. But I think he is on a mission right now, and it's very exciting. I can tell you,
Trump, who said he wants to appoint a special counsel to go after Biden's family, Kash Patel has a list of people that he wants to go after and prosecute. So you're asking me, wait, why did Biden do this? Why did he pardon his family? Maybe because the Trump DOJ and Trump's administration is promising to come after them. I'm perfectly fine with Joe Biden doing that, given the unjust attacks that they've suffered for the past 4 years as the Biden family. And I also just want to finish with one thing. I don't know why losers like Dave Rubin are up here, because 4 years ago he said if Biden serves a full term, he'll retire. So I wonder why Dave Rubin hasn't retired yet when he said 4 years ago he'd do so if Biden served a full term. So go along, David, and
hush,
get out of here.
Hush, Hobbit, for just a moment.
Yeah. Look at Dave Rubin doubling down on being wrong and lying. I thought you were retiring, Dave. What happened?
I said that in 2019 to illustrate the point back in 2019 that everyone knew, but mainstream media was hiding, which was that he was mentally compromised 5 years ago.
So you lied.
He has not.
Thank you for admitting that you lied about retiring. I'm glad.
If you think he's really been president or making the decisions, Harry, you've been wrong about everything. It's not even worth addressing you. But if I can make a point about the oligarch,
talking to liars like you who say you're going to retire and then you don't.
All right. If I can make a point about referencing what Cornell said about the oligarchs, it's not inherently bad. It's actually quite good because now they are going to help Donald Trump unleash the American economy.
Well, yeah, and also, look, I mean, in relation to someone like, hang on, Harry. I mean, Harry, look, in relation to someone like Elon Musk.
Harry, grow up.
Well, Harry, in relation to someone like, Harry.
Nice.
Russian funding was keeping Dave afloat for a while.
Harry,
I'm just pointing that out.
Time out. Don't get personal.
Yeah, also not true.
But when you talk about someone like,
it's not even personal, Piers. It's just fact.
Harry, I am actually trying to moderate a debate here. When Elon Musk, for example, if you take, I'm going to Harry for a question.
Okay.
Here's my question for Harry. There's going to be up to 200 executive orders unleashed, right? Many have already been signaled. Many have already been announced. Some were in the speech, some afterwards. We know what a lot of these things are going to be, Harry. I'm just curious. Genuinely curious which ones you have a big problem with, right? For example, would you contest the fact there is a crisis on the southern border?
No, I definitely think that there's a problem at the border, but it's just interesting that Donald Trump is declaring a national emergency on this, given the fact that the numbers right now at the border are similar or even lower than they were under Donald Trump's
administration. Well, the reason he's done that is because nearly 10 million. Well, hang on, Harry. The reason is that nearly 10 million illegal immigrants got into America on the southern border in the last 4 years. That's an emergency.
Actually, that's not true. The majority of people who have come in recent years have come in through asylum, meaning that they are legal. This guy, you can keep saying yes, it is all you want. You just don't know what you're talking about. The majority of people who come in have come in through asylum, meaning that they're legal immigrants.
So how many illegal immigrants came in?
System?
In your special numbers that you find in some special place,
Can you just
out
be
of your
quiet?
ass, where, how many
just
came
stop
in?
talking. Just stop. Nobody needs
No,
to hear
I
you
want to
speak
know
right
how
now.
many you
The
think
overwhelming
came in
majority of people
illegally.
come in through asylum. Now, Joe Biden tried to
How many
rewrite the
came in
asylum
illegally?
laws to make
What
it
is your
harder
number?
for people to claim asylum
You don't know.
improperly, and
You guys
Republicans
make it
like
up.
Donald Trump blocked the bill. So it's fascinating to me that this is Donald Trump's day one executive order, and it's also for this Ferguson
It's
guy
not
over here.
his.
He's
The
saying,
American people
can you be
voted
quiet
for
for
it.
5 seconds by
Can
any
you just
chance? Can you be
agree with
quiet
me,
for 5
Harry?
seconds?
Harry, to be
Hold on,
fair,
hold on. Can I-
Harry, to be
May I
just to
finish? Everybody
remind
else is
you,
given the opportunity
just
to
to
finish.
remind you, the first thing you did was agree with me. There's a crisis on the southern border. So why wouldn't you agree that there should be an emergency order?
Well, I'm just curious as to where the emergency is. I think there's a crisis of the law. The law is lacking. I would like to see Donald Trump actually
Okay.
try to rewrite the asylum
All right,
laws.
so you think
not
there's a
just declare
crisis,
emergency.
but you shouldn't do
hold on.
anything about it. All right.
No,
No,
that's
that's
not
not
do you
right.
think-
They
do you
want to
think-
enforce
Piers,
the
I
law.
Do you
just said I
think the
wanted to rewrite the
cartel? Do you
laws.
think the cartel gangs should be designated terrorist groups? Yes or
Sure,
no?
no problem.
No problem with that. Great. Okay.
Wait,
do you
can
think,
I take?
No,
can I
hang
say
on.
something
Do you
in
think
regards to-
America has? Do you think there should be more than 2 genders in America?
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president
It
declared.
means there are 2 genders, male and female. Do you disagree with
Yeah,
that?
but
How
I'm
many
sorry,
genders are
where's-
there, Harry?
Yeah,
Come
look,
on,
look,
little
these
guy.
guys
How
don't
many
know what-
genders are
Again,
there?
these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able
Harry,
to answer.
how many genders are there?
Legal enforcement
How
of
many
that?
genders
What's the
are
legal
there,
enforcement?
How many
Harry?
genders are there?
What's the legal? I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least 2. At least 2. That satisfies
Well,
the
how
little
many
brains
more
you
are
guys
there than
got going
male,
up in there.
female?
That's a TikTok answer.
There's at least 2.
Yeah.
There's at least 2.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and
so kid is
female.
like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump says there's male and female. There
Okay,
are 2.
okay, Dave
How many
Russian Rubin,
more
come
are
on
there
now.
after male and female, Harry?
There's at least 2. Now, anyway, let me get back
what
to
would
what
you
I was
at
How
saying.
least
many
2?
more are there?
What are the other ones?
There's at least 2.
What
There's
are
at
the other
least 2.
ones?
Harry, let's
with
try
this
it this way.
executive order,
You're a
what's the legal
female.
me-
What is the
It's so-
other
it's so
gender?
funny. It's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all
We
interrupt
asked a
and there's no
damn
problem.
question.
You've just been asked a very
And
simple
I'm trying to have
question,
a
Harry.
conversation with
How many
Piers, not you,
genders there
Mr.
are?
Como-over. Relax for me.
Harry,
Take a
you
breather.
simply
Thank
got
you so
asked
much.
if there are at least 2 genders, how many more
Wait,
are
Piers,
there than
Piers.
male and female?
Piers, you asked me about Donald Trump's executive order. I'm trying to explain how legally it makes absolutely no sense and it's going to get sued in court. Then we go into culture wars with Dave Rubin and this Ferguson guy asking how many genders are there.
No,
I'm trying
I'm
to answer your
asking you.
question. They're screaming their
He
faces
asked
off
you.
about
I'm
issues that
asking
don't
you.
fucking matter.
I'm
Harry,
asking
nobody-
you.
Oh God, this
And
child.
Piers, I've
I'm
given you-
asking you, Harry,
Piers,
how many
and
genders
I'm
are
answering
there?
your question.
Harry,
Piers, I've answered your question.
Harry, how
There
many
are at
genders are
least
there?
2. There are at least 2.
2
Is
or
that,
at least
are
2?
there 100?
Hang
Are
on,
there
Ben.
100?
Hang on, Ben. I've got
More
this.
or less than 100?
Can I answer the question?
Yes,
for
Cornell.
Brother Harry?
Answer the question.
Four?
Can I answer the question
Yes.
for Brother Harry? Because
Seven?
Brother Harry trying
Yes,
to hold
help
on.
him out, Cornell.
That according to Shakespeare, all of us are androgynous. There are men and there are women. There are different sides of human beings, all made in the image of
well,
a God
this
that
doesn't
has a
represent what I
dignity
think, all
and a sanctity. And if you're going
This
to
is
try
not-
to start demonizing precious trans folk, then I'm going to be
All right.
fighting.
One.
But it's not. But
Okay,
that,
Cornell,
but
I agree
I'm
with
gonna
them.
be
I
fighting.
agree with them. I agree. Don't
This
demonize
is all
trans
the
folks,
left
but there
has
is an
left. It's
executive
really
order I take
I've got to
extraordinary.
say, the torturous
No, that's not all the
answers-
left has left. We
the-
got a whole
I
lot
think when
more
you're
waiting for
reduced
you,
to
Brother
quoting
Rubin. You
Shakespeare,
just watch.
Cornell,
You
when
gonna
you're
see on
reduced to
Class
quoting
on
Shakespeare
Empire,
about gender.
but it's going to be humanistic across
Look
the
at this
board.
cult member out there with so many MAGA hats. Take them off your
Demonizing the
head,
weak.
buddy. It's weird.
I'm
Take
just
them off
showing
your
why
head.
we won, bro. 'cause you
Nobody's
can't even
demonizing
answer
the
the
weak.
question how
I'm
many
for
genders there
girls
are.
playing girls in
Winning
girls
at the
sports.
moment doesn't mean that you're right, brother. Just because you won
Hey,
at
hey,
the
Dave, how
moment
many
doesn't mean
trans
that you're
athletes
right.
are in college
you know
sports?
that. You know that from
Cornell,
Hey,
history.
Dave,
Cornell,
hey,
Cornell,
Dave Rubin,
please.
how
I wanna
many
ask Cornell a
trans
question.
athletes are in
Piers.
college sports? Does
I
anybody
wanna-
know?
I wanna
Anybody
ask
here?
Cornell
If
a
there's
question.
one biological male beating a girl in a sport,
Yeah,
it's
look
one
at this.
too
This
many.
guy has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. Now, can we get back to the executive orders I disagree with by any chance?
Yeah, sure.
Or are
But
we
what
still-
about that one, about the
This
2
kid,
genders?
yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
work
no,
out.
I
Two
think-
genders. Let's go back to that. That's
Well, hang on, I
exactly
can't
what
work
happy
out
to
whether you
answer
agree or
it.
disagree. Donald Trump says specifically, Harry, there are 2 genders, male and female, that's it. You think there are at least 2, which normally
Correct.
means there are more than 2. So what are the others?
Interpret as you will, but I think
Well, no,
that
you tell
executive
me.
order is stupid.
Tell me, what are the
I'm
others?
I've given you my answer.
What
It's
are the
at least
others?
2.
Baby.
You can interpret
Give
that
us
as
a
you
better
will.
answer.
What are the other
You guys can run
genders?
wild with interpretations here. I'm
Harry,
telling you my answer is at
Harry,
least 2. Now,
Harry.
on the legitimacy of the
I'm trying
executive
to
order,
be-
it
I'm
makes
trying
no
to be
sense.
humane.
What's legal mechanism for enforcement?
Harry,
That's what I'm
This
asking.
is why I hate
Harry,
TikTok babies.
Harry, when you say there are at least 2
Be
genders,
quiet. Be Ted Cruz's buddy over here with the
Harry,
whoever needs to be quiet.
It's Piers
just
talking
relax.
to you.
I know
I
there's
simply
two
want to know,
genders.
Harry. You said you wanted to go back to the list of executive orders, whether you agreed or not. You say
You
there
have
are...
my answer, Piers. My answer doesn't change.
No, but your answer doesn't make any sense. What do you mean?
It's
at least
stupid. It
two?
doesn't make any sense.
Piers, you can think my answer doesn't make any sense. You're going to ask me the question again. We're going to go back and forth. I'm
No,
going
I'd
to give you
like
the exact
you to
same answer.
explain what
It
you
makes
mean.
no sense.
No,
This executive order is
I'm asking
nonsense.
you what you mean by at least two genders.
I'm saying at least two.
What does that mean?
At least there are. What do you? What's the? I'm not sure what you're confused
Does
about.
that mean there are more than two, or there are
There's
two?
at a minimum. There's at a minimum two.
This is exactly why the Democrats,
This is it.
on
Yes.
these issues, got
Yes.
God, you
themselves
guys are
into
such
so much
losers.
difficulty
You guys are such
because they
losers.
literally
We
cannot
literally
explain
just
what
won
they're
an
talking
election.
about.
Trump is a
If there's any
convicted
day
criminal.
not to
Don't
call
talk
us
to
Piers.
losers,
All right,
it's
don't all
the
shout.
day
I
we
want
just
Dave
kick your
Rubin to
ass.
respond. Dave Rubin, this to me is
Well-
exactly why the Democrats lost the plot. They can't even explain
look.
what they mean when they say this crap.
Look, Harry perfectly exemplifies everything wrong with the modern left and the Democrat Party. He can't tell you how many genders there are, and then all he can do is hurl insults. That's exactly what the Democrats and the
Weren't you
media
just calling me a
machine
child
has
earlier?
done for you. Are a
Is the
child. That's not an
hypocrisy
insult.
not
You're a child.
astounding?
How old are you?
Is
12?
the hypocrisy not
Anyway,
astounding? Do you
listen.
feel no shame when you say
Listen.
something like that? Is the
Listen,
hypocrisy
hush,
not
hush.
absolutely astounding, Dave?
Be quiet. Get a job, kid. Listen. Listen,
Look,
this is
you're
exactly
doing it
this,
right
this
now.
smug,
You're doing it right now,
nonsensical
Dave.
drivel is
Oh,
what
the
everyone hates.
hypocrisy is astounding.
Piers, if you may remember, what was it, a few months ago, I think it was a day before Joe Biden stepped down when Harry and I were on the panel, and he was saying how brilliantly sharp and never sharper he's, oh my God, his brain is so great. Joe Biden is the best. And then the next day,
They
he
did
gets
hire
the talking
TikTokers
points
to
from the
say that,
DNC.
in all fairness.
And he's yes, they pay these people. It's as simple as
Yeah,
that.
they
That's
pay
why he
TikTokers
can't tell
a
you
lot of money
how many
commentators.
genders there
Russia
are.
pays conservative commentators.
All right,
and
let me
that's
ask
crazy.
Never been
Cornell. I
paid
want to
by
bring
Russia
Cornell
pays.
back.
Yes,
I want to
Russia
bring
pays.
Cornell back.
Okay.
I want to bring
Right
Cornell
through the
back.
company, funneled
Co-
right
yeah, I
through.
mean,
I
Harry, I want to
Cornell
talk
back.
to you specifically about TikTok because your biggest following is on TikTok. So until the weekend, you must have been sweating away because your whole power base on that platform was about to disappear. And then the Lone Ranger arrives to save the day, Donald Trump. Do you want to take this opportunity to thank President Trump for so far saving TikTok for you, therefore personally enriching you?
That
So
I
do you want to
also
say
think it is
thank you,
important to-
Donald, at this stage or not?
Oh no, I wouldn't never thank a sexual abuser for anything. I don't think.
Oh, right.
But I do
So
want to
when you
point
say
out
you give
that
him
Donald
credit,
Trump.
what do you mean? What credit
I
would
don't
you
I
give
do
him?
want hold on. Let me just give some
Yeah.
context here, though. I do want to point out that Donald Trump did sign an executive order when he was president the first time to ban TikTok. So the reason that this conversation started was because of Donald Trump in 2022 and 2023. People like Charlie Kirk, and I'm sure maybe these folks over here that I don't know for sure, were advocating for the banning of TikTok. And now when Donald Trump gets some money from people who have stake in it and he sees an opportunity to become more popular with Gen Z, then he flips his position.
It's not
I mean,
what
he's a
happened.
flip-flopper. So
That-
am I thankful
Well,
that Donald
wait a
Trump
minute,
flipped
Harry,
his
are-
position?
hold on,
No
Harry, are
problem.
you-
And I also want to point out
Is
that
Harry
Joe Biden
tacitly admitting that TikTok is Chinese spyware? Are you admitting that it's owned by the Chinese
I don't know
government
how
and
you
that it's
could have.
spying
I
on
don't know
Americans?
how you could have got. I don't know how you could have gotten that from me saying that Donald Trump wanted to ban TikTok, but of course you draw conclusions that aren't there. It's you'd fail the
No,
LSAT in a
because-
second, Dave Rubin. Anyway, I also want to point out that Joe
Piers, you gotta
Biden
stop
laid the
putting this clown
foundation
on,
for.
honestly.
Yeah, you know, Piers, it's
You're
remarkable that
such
you
an
let somebody who took
embarrassment.
Russian
You're
money
why-
on your
dude,
show.
you're
Why would you let somebody who
you're
took
why
Russian money on
people
your
like
show? It's
Tulsi and
disgraceful.
RFK are no
It's
longer
disgraceful.
Democrats.
It's
You
disgraceful
really
that people
are.
with Russian money funneling to their. Anyway, let me finish, Dave. Would you just be quiet, please? Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for being obedient.
Unbearable.
Joe Biden laid the foundation for
Unrepairable.
TikTok to stay alive in the United States. He said that they won't enforce the law, that they're going to let the enforcement go to Donald Trump and his administration. So that laid the
Is
foundation.
TikTok
but
Chinese
we are only here
spyware?
because. Do you have evidence to suggest that it is, Dave?
Yes, a hell of a lot of it.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Yes.
Lay it on.
Yeah.
Lay it on.
I
lay it
know you
on.
make
Lay
money
it on.
from them, but hell yes.
lay
it is,
it
and
on
that's
us,
the reason why
guys.
they won't let you have it on
Lay it on
government
us,
phones.
guys. Lay it on
dude.
us, guys. What's the evidence?
Okay,
What's
let's
the
go
evidence
through
that's
it.
been
No,
made
let's go
public by
through
the
it.
government?
I'll
Harry,
answer your
is
question.
Chinese
I'm gonna
TikTok
answer your
different than
question.
American TikTok? Yes or no?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Oh,
So I'm still
I
waiting
wonder
for all this
why.
That
evidence.
is.
I'm still waiting for all this evidence that you guys says is so present. And by the
Are
way,
you-
if it is
Okay,
a
I'll
China-
give it to you.
hold on,
I'll
guys.
give it to you.
Hold on,
Listen carefully.
Hold on,
Listen
gentlemen.
carefully.
Wait.
Listen
Ferguson, let me
carefully.
finish this
Listen
really quickly.
carefully.
Ferguson, let me finish
Listen
this really
carefully.
quickly.
No, you
I'll let
asked
you
the damn
speak. I'll let you
question.
speak.
You asked
Ferguson,
the
let me
question.
finish.
I'm gonna
Let me
answer
finish, and
the
then I'll let you
question you
speak.
asked.
Ferguson, I'm done. I'll let me finish, and then I'll let you speak. If you guys are arguing that it's Chinese spyware, are you saying that Donald Trump is currently arguing for a spyware phone, a mobile device?
No, because
An app?
you again. This is where I'm going to teach you.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
going
of
to
course
teach you
not, of course
politics
not.
here, so you
Yes,
understand.
Of course,
Donald
it's Chinese
Trump, what he
spyware,
said.
but not when
Okay,
Donald Trump
listen,
advocates for it. I
listened
love
to
the
your question.
hypocrisy
I'm
on
gonna
this
explain it to you.
channel is
I'm
remarkable.
going
I
to
love
explain it to you.
It's
Okay?
delicious
All right,
up here. I think
I'm
even
gonna
Piers over there is like,
apologize
wow,
to
this
the-
is not
Don't
good
talk
for these
over
guys.
each other,
God,
please.
shut up, dude, and I'll explain it to you.
Just-
and I apologize to all the audience.
Emotional man. Why?
Harry,
I'm
let
going
Ben
to
respond
first-
to you.
Okay, I'm going to apologize to all of the audience right now that doesn't need this explanation because you're smart enough to understand it. Now, Harry, for you, what Donald Trump
Well, maybe
said when
Donald
he wanted
Trump
to ban
falls
it,
into that category.
what
I don't know.
Donald Trump said when he
According to
wanted
you.
to ban it is that it was clearly Chinese spyware. And there's a reason why cell phones and official government phones are not allowed to have this app on their phone. That's number one. Number two, what he did say was, I'm okay with TikTok as long it is divested from China. Now, let me explain what that means to you, because clearly you don't understand it.
We
They
know
don't
the sale
want
of
the
TikTok.
Chinese government
I'm in this field.
to
Trust
be
me, I
able to
understand.
spy
But
on
has TikTok
everyone
divested
and
yet,
have
Ben?
all of their information and
Has
to put out
TikTok divested
propaganda
yet?
from the Chinese Communist Party.
Has TikTok divested
so here's your
yet, Ben?
recap for you. Donald Trump said that
aye.
if we change who owns TikTok to an American company that's not being
Premise
controlled by
two
the
is
Chinese
false.
Communist Party,
Premise two is
also
false.
known as the CCP. Again, if you're never going to learn,
No,
buddy, if you don't listen, okay? And then you
Premise
just
two
look
is
stupid
false.
all the
Premise
time.
two is false. Your premise
Donald
two is
Trump
false. Your
said-
conclusion cannot be true.
Again, you can argue in a second, but listen, and maybe you'll learn something. I know you're making all
Okay,
your
go
money
ahead.
from the Chinese Communist Party via TikTok. I get that.
And
I'd be
Dave is
defending
making
it
his
if I
money
was
from the Russians, right?
spineless
We
like
understand,
you.
right? Of
Dude,
course.
shut
to
the
what Donald
fuck
Trump
up.
said.
Piers, this kid. This
Look
kid
at
is
him,
an
Piers. I've gotten under
embarrassment.
his skin. I've gotten under
No,
his skin. It's a little-
because you're just like a
Because
little
you're an-
rat
you're an
nothing.
idiot,
we're
man.
here.
Look at you,
We're
look-
here
look-
trying to
Piers,
actually
isn't it
discuss
remarkable-
important
Piers,
things.
isn't it
There's an
remarkable to see two
unbelievable
grown men
resurgence of
freak out
America,
right now? This is
and he
great.
brings you on.
By the way,
dude,
Piers, if
he
you wanna know why
brings
I wanna
you
ban
on
TikTok,
because
it's
the
'cause these guys get a
commenters all
platform.
think you're
They're stupid.
retarded. Okay,
Look at
that's
these,
what's
look at
really
these grown
going
men
on
freaking
here.
out right now. This guy's having a mental breakdown over there. Relax, Dave. It's
No,
okay.
he's not.
Nobody's
It's just
having a
because
mental
you don't
breakdown.
have a
You're just
conversation on the
Anyway,
issue,
listen.
dude.
Listen. Okay,
You're
Ben,
an
let me rebuttal
embarrassing
with
little
you.
rat,
That's
dude.
great, Dave.
We've
That's
tried
great.
to have
So-
an
By the way,
so
Dave
again,
was complaining.
here for a
I'm
half
Dave was
trying-
complaining
this is the point.
earlier
This is the
about
last point I
personal
wanna make.
insults. Dave
Hold
was
on, let me
complaining
say
earlier
this.
about
All right,
personal
you know what?
insults.
No one can now hear a word anyone's saying. I want to change the temperature a little bit.
Wait. Piers, can I just quickly rebuttal, like 5 seconds, I promise?
No, you can't. Dave, I'm going to go to you. Dave, I
Yeah.
want to talk to you about something.
Flawless victory fatality.